Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers indicate that Congressman Crooked, Drew Cain, Cameron Matheson, could be about to get the comeuppance he so richly deserves. In the November 10 episode, Drew told Ned Quartermaine, Wardy Kurth, that he diverted Tracy Quartermaine's moving truck with all the Q family heirlooms. The loot is now at his house. Dum Dum Drew may have cooked his goose, however, as he's now in possession of stolen merch. Here's how his latest Dush move could be Drew's downfall. Before Ned collapsed with a heart attack, he informed Drew that he's a thief for diverting Tracy Quartermaine's, Jane Elliott, valuables. Drew disputed that, saying that since he's a Q2, he has a right to the heirlooms. Except that's not how the law works. Poor Ned got so lathered up he had a heart attack, which is another strike against Drew. As a result, fans flooded socials with calls to have Drew punished once and for all. Fans pointed out that since Monica Quartermaine, Leslie Charlson, left Drew out of her will, he has no claim to the belongings that reside in her house. Drew has also been condemned by the Quartermaines and refused entry into the family circle. If this were all Drew was up against, he's clearly in the wrong. But his record includes a bevy of blatant and outlandish sins that have gone unpunished. No wonder fans are eager to see him pay. Drew is such a scumbucket that someone tried to off him not too long ago. He still walks with a cane, get it? But this reminder of his brush with death hasn't made a dent in his conscience. If anything, it can be argued that Drew's behavior has gotten even worse. Tell us, GH fans, do you think it's high time that Drew pays for his crimes? Red Hot General Hospital spoilers hint that Drew's karma could take a sudden swerve, especially in regard to Willow Tart, Caitlin McMullen, and her precarious legal situation. Do you think this means adjoining jail cells for the terrible two? Port Charles has seen shocking twists before, but nothing could prepare fans for the latest rumor exploding across the soap universe. General Hospital spoilers tease a jaw-dropping scenario that no one saw coming. Drew Cain and Willow Tart could soon find themselves reunited, but not in the way anyone expected. Instead of a heartfelt family moment, a desperate rescue, or a life-changing confession, the two may end up facing one of the darkest turning points of their lives from behind bars, in adjoining jail cells. The mere thought has fans buzzing, panicking, and speculating wildly as the storyline barrels toward what could be one of the most dramatic winter shocks in recent GH history. Drew and Willow have each been spiraling in their own chaotic worlds lately, weighed down by the emotional, moral, and legal consequences of their recent decisions. Drew has been slipping into darker and more volatile behavior ever since the fallout from his battles with Nina, the rising tension with Carly, and his increasingly reckless attempts to gain control over situations he can't fix. His anger has been explosive, his patience non-existent, and his moral compass skewed by frustration and pressure. Many in Port Charles have noticed, and rumors have been swirling about whether Drew is on the brink of a dangerous breakdown that could destroy the stability he fought so hard to rebuild. Willow, on the other hand, has been trapped in her own maze of grief, guilt, and confusion. After months of near-death experiences, emotional trauma, and unimaginable stress, she has struggled to maintain her grip on peace. Her relationship with Michael has been strained by secrecy, betrayal, and a painful tug-of-war over loyalty and honesty. Layer in the heartbreak of dealing with Nina's betrayal, the emotional toll of motherhood, and the lingering fear that her remission could be disrupted by stress, and Willow has become increasingly fragile. Even her closest friends have started to worry that she's nearing a breaking point. General Hospital spoilers now hint that both Drew and Willow could make decisions, separately, that lead them straight into trouble with the law. And if the rumors are true, those decisions could land them in adjoining jail cells, trapped in the most vulnerable and revealing situation either has faced in years. Speculation is growing that Drew may be arrested for a shocking confrontation that spirals out of control, possibly involving Sonny, Jason, or even Nina. His pent-up rage has been bubbling dangerously close to the surface, and it may finally erupt at the wrong time, in the wrong place, in front of the wrong people. Whether he acts out of desperation, heroism, or blind fury remains unclear. But many viewers believe Drew is heading toward a major blow-up that could change the direction of his storyline permanently. If police are forced to step in, Drew could find himself staring through the bars of a holding cell, something he thought he'd never face again after his past imprisonment nearly broke him. But how does Willow end up beside him? That's where the rumor mill becomes even more explosive. Spoilers tease that Willow could be caught up in a legal nightmare of her own, possibly tied to Michael's recent shady decisions, or her own emotional unraveling. Some fans believe Willow may snap under pressure and confront someone, perhaps Nina or even Carly, in a way that escalates to a scene she cannot control. Others think she may become involved in a cover-up, a lie, or a misguided attempt to protect someone she loves, landing her in the crosshairs of the law. There's even speculation that Willow could be falsely accused of a crime she didn't commit, dragging her into a frightening situation she never imagined. The idea of Drew and Willow being jailed in cells, side by side, opens up an entire universe of dramatic possibilities. The two rarely share scenes, yet their lives are deeply intertwined through family, trauma, and the complicated connections formed through Michael, Carly, and Wiley. A forced confinement scenario would strip away their public masks and expose the raw truth of their emotions, fears, and regrets. Imagine Drew pacing in frustration, furious at his inability to control the chaos around him, exhausted by the pressure, and reliving memories of his near-fatal time in Pentonville. Right next to him, Willow, terrified, shaken, and emotionally vulnerable, could break down in tears, only to have Drew reassure her from the other side of the bars. Their conversations could reveal hidden secrets, buried pain, and confessions neither has dared to speak aloud in months. In the quiet isolation of jail, away from the noise of Port Charles, these two broken souls might begin to understand each other in a way they never have. This storyline could shift dynamics all over town. Michael would be thrown into panic, furious and confused about how both Willow and Drew landed behind bars at the same time. Carly would be in full crisis mode, scrambling to help the two people she has fought hardest to protect. Jason would be forced to confront the consequences of his own actions and alliances as he tries to save Drew from further self-destruction. Nina would find herself at the center of even more backlash as the situation spirals out of control. Even Sonny could be dragged into the drama, whether he wants to be or not. Legally, the situation could explode. Charges, hearings, accusations, alliances, everything could change. And depending on what lands Drew and Willow in the cells, they may not be going home anytime soon. Some rumors even tease that one of them could be denied bail, pushing their loved ones into full panic mode and forcing them to confront harsh truths about their relationships and priorities. On a deeper level, this twist gives writers a chance to do something GH hasn't done in a long time. Pair two characters with shared trauma in a quiet, emotional setting, where the audience can see their humanity laid bare. Drew has been craving someone to truly understand him beyond Carly and Scout, while Willow has been drowning in silence as she tries to keep her life intact. This forced isolation and forced connection could open the door to a new emotional chapter for both characters. Not romantic, necessarily, but transformative. Fans are already debating whether this could be the moment that pushes Drew and Willow into a stronger friendship, a surprising alliance, or a deeper understanding that affects their relationships with others moving forward. Could Willow confide something in Drew that she's been afraid to tell Michael? Could Drew reveal regrets about his past with Sam, Carly, or Jason? Could the two form a protective bond that spills over into future story arcs? On the other hand, the fallout could be devastating. Michael's trust could be shattered. Carly could feel torn between loyalty and guilt, Sunny's patience could run thin, and Naina, already on thin ice, could become the target of wrath from all sides if she played any part in the chaos that led to this outcome. No matter how it unfolds, one thing is clear. If Drew and Willow end up in adjoining jail cells, it will be a storyline fans talk about for years. It's bold, unexpected, emotional, and packed with potential for explosive drama. GH thrives on unpredictable twists, and this one could be among the most memorable in recent seasons. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.